This video demonstrates the process of over-receipting goods and how it is affected in K8 utilising the notifications that we've set up previously. So let's go and take a look.
Completing an over-receipt single stage using the eReceipts app. To do this, we're going to log on to the eReceipts app using my normal credentials and then tap in Login. As this is the first time I'm logging into the app in this session, I need to enter in the branch reference code, in this case 1001, then tap on the pink arrow. This will then take me into the purchase order screen, which will allow me to either search by an order number, I can scan a barcode, I can search for a product, or in this case I'm going to tap in the search field and I'm going to search for a supplier, which is Wentworth Supplies. So I'm just typing in Wentworth and then I'm going to tap on search. Now this will bring up all the outstanding purchase orders for this supplier, or purchase orders which have got lines still waiting. Now the purchase order I'm going to select is the top one, so as I tap on that to open it up, it will ask me to enter a GRN reference number. Now this is normally the delivery note number for the paperwork that has been handed by the delivery driver to the warehouse staff. In this case I'm going to enter that number in. Now the goods received date normally is defaulting to today's date, but if the goods actually arrived on a previous date and you want to record that date, you would simply just tap on the date and you'll get a calendar and you select the date that you or the goods actually arrived in. In this instance I'm going to leave it as the date selected. So I tap on OK and then I tap on the Create GRN. Now in this you'll see the purchase order opens up, it's got the GRN number and it tells us that there are actually 4 lines on this purchase order. Now you will see the 4 lines listed below, you'll have product detail and also you will have quantities in there. For example, on the first line you've got the Stanley Classic 99 retractable utility knife, and you can see on the bottom right that 0 of 5 have arrived. Now as I'm going to book in and say I've had the 5 arrive and it's what has been ordered, I simply need to just tap on the pink circle and what you'll see is we now have 5 of 5 displayed and we get a pink tick and a green tick as well, so saying everything is okay. So I'm going to do the same on line 2 and line 3, but in line 4 you can see that we have 5 on the purchase order, but we've actually had 6 arrive, and there's actually 6 items, but the purchase order and the delivery note actually just says 5, so we've got an exception there. So to record the exception, what we need to do is just tap anywhere on the line but not within the pink circle, and it will bring up that actual line detail. And it will allow us to go to the quantity area and change that. You'll see we've got pluses and minuses there, so we can tap either on the plus to move up and the minus to move down. As we've got a 0 in there and we know we've got 6, it's easier to actually just tap on the 0, the number keypad will come up and we tap on 6. When I tap on the 6, it will come up with a message to say basically it's over receipt this line, a question mark. So it's asking us a question, are you sure you want to receive more than you're expecting against this line? In this case I'm going to click on OK. Now what I need to do then is record this as an exception so the back office staff can investigate it further and book the correct quantity in or alter the purchase order accordingly. So to do that I need to just tap on the little flag on the top right hand of the screen, and it will allow me now to enter in some exception notes. So I can enter in details there either on the keypad, or if I turn the microphone onto the device I can record the message. So in this case I'm going to say 6 arrived, only 5 on paperwork. And so obviously the more information that is given to make sure that the exception is the detail is given correctly, the better. Now, what I can do as well is take a photo of the paperwork, and normally what I would do is I would write on the paperwork and highlight the area where the exception is. So I'm just going to tap on the camera icon, and I'm going to select camera, and that should open the camera on your device, and then you can take a photograph of the paperwork, and ideally if you've marked it on the paperwork to say what the discrepancy is. If you're happy with the photograph, simply then tap on the tick, and you will see that the photo has been attached. You then simply just tap on continue on the bottom of the screen, and then just tap on OK, and what you will now see is that we've got an orange flag on the left hand side of that line, and you will notice that we've also put 6 of 5. So we're at the end of the purchase order now, so we just simply tap on confirm, and it's now asking us, are we sure we want to complete this? And if we are, we simply tap on complete, and what it will show you is any exceptions on this screen. And so it's just highlighting what we are about to confirm, and in this case we're going to confirm this purchase order with this error or the exception on here. We have the ability to show all lines, but you can imagine if this is a purchase order which has got 20, 30, 40 lines on, we only want to see anything that is different or from what we're expecting. Now if we want to have a look at everything on there, we can simply just tap on the show all lines, and you will see all the lines will appear, and then we can tap on it again so it disappears and just shows any of the exceptions. So we then click on confirm, and that should then confirm, and it will actually then display any of the put away instructions for the products that have come in. So you can see on line 1 there the product needs to go in toolshed 22. So if we're happy with that, we can then just simply tap on the X on the top right, and it will bring us back to the purchase order search for us to be able to book in another purchase order. The exception that we created will have been sent back to the back office team, and it will be registered in K8 that there is an exception on this line and they need to deal with it. Any exception that is created within the eReceipts app will send a notification to the K8 landing page notification at the bottom of the screen, or wherever you have the notification set up. Now what you're able to do is interact with this, and you can see we've got the purchase order that we worked on previously, and we can right click on that line and we can go to action to open the purchase order. If I just maximize the screen there, what you'll see is we've got the purchase order. We've got 3 lines in this instance that have come in, everything is fine. We've got the 4th line, which is the one where we've got the issue, which you can see we've just got a little text message notification, which again, if we just click on that, you can see it comes up with the exception saying 6 to arrive, only 5 on the paperwork. If I just click cancel, what I then have the ability to do is if I right click on the line, I can go up to attachments, and you can see we have an attachment in there which is photo 1, and I can view that, and that will bring up the photograph of the document that I took the picture of. So any information, we can physically see it there. I'm going to click on close and then exit out of here. And what we would need to do in the back office then is go through the normal process that we would follow in branch if we have had an exception. So we would then go into our receipts and actually deal with that. You'll see that the order quantity is 5, you'll see the received quantity is 6, 0 to follow on, but it hasn't actually been completed. It is sat there ready for you in the back office to do what you want to do, i.e. you may want to change the received quantity, you may want to change the order quantity, so that it reflects exactly the process that you need to follow.